let's wait until I get to say, hey, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Modular Components. It's the end of the week, and we're all here to talk about whatever the heck. But before we get into whatever the heck, let me just remind you that this is the flagship podcast for Modular Media, the creative co-op that we're all a part of. So if you could, please be so nice as to give us some support by, if you're listening on YouTube, give us a like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. If you're listening on a podcasting platform, please follow this podcast in order to help it out in the algorithm. If you want to keep up with us and what we're doing, go follow us on Twitter at The Modular Media and join the subreddit r/Modular Media because that's the main hub for everything and anything we're doing. And we're doing quite a lot. I myself, the Vacuuminator, am hosting this podcast right now, and co-hosting it with me is the one, the only, the Boingo Rider.
This is the podcast where we monetize our friendship.
Yes. Speaking of monetizing friendship, Buster Core is here.
Yes, I monetize things because I'm a corporation, basically. It's only part of my name. It's Buster Corporation.
Yeah.
Buster Corp for short.
And the most monetized friendship of all time, Snowcone83.
That's right. I charge by the hour.
Oh.
What do you charge exactly? One action figure per hour?
No.
No,
It's a little more vulgar than that, so don't worry about it.
Egg.
Fellas, this week, I finally finished off my case of seltzers that I bought. And I don't think I'm ever going back to those, because those were nice, those were fruity, those were fun, but after those I needed something new to drink. And I decided, instead of hitting the same old favorites I always do, I picked up Mike's Hard Lemonade again. And like, we're not sponsored by them, this isn't a plug. I'm just saying, like, Mike's Hard Lemonade out of an actual glass bottle rather than out of a can, because I used to always drink it out of a can, it's way better. I actually really like it now.
Yeah, it's all right.
So that's the weekly Vax alcoholism segment. You're all welcome.
Very neat.
What have you guys been up to? What interesting new experiences have you experienced?
I finised Evangelion. Or Evangelion.
No. Evangelion.
The Hideaki Anno show.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so I finished that, and
how soon are you going to watch the Rebuild series?
I will watch it soon. I've heard very good things about him. And
You haven't even watched End of Evangelion yet.
No, I have
you?
watched End of Eva.
Oh, you did. Last we spoke, you hadn't.
Yeah, I don't know. Last we spoke, I watched 10 episodes of Eva. Now I'm finished, and I've also watched End of Eva.
But you're not a real Eva fan until you watch all the Gillette commercials.
God, I'll just send me a link to them, and I'll knock them out. Like,
Is that real? Is there like
yes,
a real cut?
No, there's a. Have you heard of the? Okay, so you've seen Gendo from Eva, right? The guy with the beard who goes like that. I'm talking to Vac and Cody, but like that guy.
Yeah, I've seen the first 5 episodes of Eva.
Yeah. Okay, so he's famous for having a beard. There is legitimately a Gillette commercial in Japan where he shaves off the beard and becomes a good guy.
What? This is crazy.
That's almost as ridiculous as the safe sex commercial that exists with 2 Evangelion voice actors.
My God.
Asuka and Shinji's original American voice actors did a radio ad for safe sex that's literally just them doing a voice performance of having sex with each other.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Finally.
Yeah, but like,
right?
oh my God, like, so apparently all we needed to do from stopping Gendo from being a big bastard was to just make him shave. That, oh my God.
It's almost like beard.
I was wrong. It wasn't Gillette. It was Chic.
Oh wow.
Well, still, like, my point still stands. So apparently all we need to do to stop all the shenanigans was to get him a shave.
It was an itchy beard. It made him abusive.
Oh my God. Not even just that. It made him do like the entire spoilers for Evangelion, but literally Gendo does the entire third impact shenanigans.
What'd you try to say back?
It looks like Basho Yaoi shit. Bashojo Yaoi shit. I can't even talk.
Oh my God. I think we killed Vac.
Oh, we do that at least once a week.
Yeah, good point. I do it. I did it last week with.
Normally, you save it for later in the podcast.
Just
Infinite psychic damage. Just I am a fucking drowsy. That's the Pokemon I am.
yeah.
That's your.
I mean, you do look.
That's your
very
spirit
drowsy-esque.
Pokemon.
No, I don't know what the Pokemon I would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, neither do I, honestly.
Cody's
Like
a fucking pseudo-Udo. No,
I want to be a Shuckle, dude.
I can see a
Cody
Shuckle.
is very Shuckle-ass.
I think I'd be an Electrike, just an annoying little shit with weird hair.
Could be a Voltorb.
I'm trying to think of like.
Yeah, you could.
I'm trying to like this. Probably.
Oh no,
the
no,
sock.
Cody's a
Like I got
Snorlax.
like. Oh yeah.
Nah, Cole's a Snorlax.
Oh, Cole is a Snorlax. I'm wrong.
I have a picture saved that's just like Snorlax with like a shitty beard and like a bong and like playing video games, and
I've
it
seen
just
that
fucking looks
picture,
like
yeah.
Cole. It literally in the face looks like my friend Cole. It's the funniest thing I've ever fucking seen.
No, I'd have to be like a weird fucking Pokemon, like one with a gimmick that you don't know how to use. Like
Your Deoxys.
those like Sudowoodo
Sudowoodo has a gimmick?
and Gold and Silver. Yeah,
I don't know.
y'all remember Gold and Silver?
I haven't played
I
Gold and
remember.
Silver.
Like, is it the gimmick like where you have to water him or?
Well, yeah, because Sudowoodo's a rock type Pokemon. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not wood. That's why he's called Pseudo Wood.
Well, yeah, I know that. Is that a gimmick though? I feel like
Yeah,
that's
because he was blocking a path and you couldn't get through him with Cut, so you had to go find a water pail to pour water on him.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that element of Heart Gold, the Gold, Silver, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
I
everybody's
remember-
favorite Pokemon?
Yeah, like Gen 2 and Gen 5 are like the best Pokemon.
No, like favorite Pokemon.
Sock.
Oh,
Sock, definitely. Here, I'll share a picture for those because it's.
If my favorite Pokemon's the Chestnut line.
I'm a basic bitch. The first Pokemon I ever got in a game was Turtwig, and it's still my favorite Pokemon design.
Oh yeah, did you hear about the? I'm pretty sure you've heard of the Diamond and Pearl remakes.
I've been keeping a watchful eye.
Yeah, this is Sock. He's a karate muppet.
Oh, he is. Look at him. He
He also
kind of
has,
looks
like-
like you, Buster. I think you would be a sock.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
my-
I love the red one. The
Oh
alternate.
yeah, like Sock and
Oh,
Bro.
Chestnut.
That's my favorite Pokemon. Period. I love that guy.
Yeah, Chestnut's
or as
cool.
they're called, Bert and Ernie.
Mine's a Volcarona.
Yeah, I can see that.
Look at
I'm
this.
surprised it's
dude.
not a crab one. With how much you like crabs.
I mean, I love all of them. I'm a hardcore like water fan. I always go with like one of the water starters every single time,
Yeah.
and I'm always like, I'll pick whatever one I like the most, and then like they come out, and I'm like, all right, it's the water one.
I like Kangler. He's a good dude.
Yeah, Wailord, another one of my favorite Pokemon, but not my favorite.
I really like what they did in Sword and
I
Shield. with the
remember
Zigzagoon
having
line.
arguments with other kids back when I spoke to other kids and I was a
Ooh.
kid a long time ago in a galaxy far away about how big Wailord was actually supposed to be.
Oh my
Because none of us
God.
understood. Because none of us could fathom the actual size that the Pokedex listed. So we were like, does that mean this big? What? And I'm putting my arms out for audio listeners.
I mean,
I really like because now they introduced regional forms, and I really like what they did with the Zigzagoon line in Sword and Shield. Like, they even gave it a
I'm not
third
a fan of
evolution.
that. I'm not a fan of the third evolution. I'll be honest. I do like the recolors of the old ones though.
Come on, man. Obstagoon is so sick.
it looks like a 40-year-old dressing up like a Kiss band member.
That's literally what one of the characters in the game are, though. So
I
it
mean,
makes sense.
The thing is, he looks like he's designed just to go with. Is it Marini, the little punk girl?
Kinda, and her like dad or not brother, like peers, like this dude, the guy who hates Dynamaxing. This total.
I haven't
edgelord.
played the newest ones, honestly.
You
Yeah.
should. I mean, I'm,
Last
I'm
ones I
really-
played
No, I
were-
want to. I just, hopefully
have a-
soon I will be able to.
Legit, I haven't played a Pokemon game probably since. You know what? I don't think I've played any Pokemon games past Diamond and Pearl. I've just spectated them all and like looked at fan art.
Oh dang it!
I played Leaf Green. I played Emerald. I've played both Diamond and Pearl because I had Pearl and my sister had Diamond, and she gave up halfway through Diamond, so I just finished it for her. But yeah, I never got the one that's about Darkrai, and I never got Heart Gold,
There
Soul
was
Silver,
no-
even though I really wanted Heart Gold, Soul Silver back when they came out.
Back is thinking about not Darkrai.
Giratina.
I was about
Giratina.
to Pokey correct you. I was about to go Pokey explain
Oh,
on you.
you were
You
gonna
were
poke
thinking
explain
of
to me?
Platinum. You were thinking of Platinum.
Yeah, I never got that one. I never got Heart Gold, Soul Silver, even though I really wanted them as a kid. And by the time Gen 5 came out, that was when my I'm too old for Pokemon now phase. And then X and Y
You missed out
happened.
on the best games ever. Oh my god.
Yeah, Gen 5 should have been the blueprint for which they started to improve Pokemon with.
I mean, like, it kind of is when you look at Sun and Moon. Oh dang, we're fighting words. Pokey Pinions. Oh god.
Well, before we skip over it, I do want to say I watched the shit out of the X and Y anime, and I really enjoyed the X and Y anime.
I have not. That's actually where I dropped the Pokemon anime.
Well, I switched to the Japanese dub, so it got
Back in my
infinitely
day,
more
there was only
enjoyable.
3 games.
Sure, Grandpa. Now let's get you back to bed and get you your pills.
You know.
No, but like, because to me, the big good improvement with 5 was the fact that it leveraged its lower fi sprite design to make the world feel bigger, and by turning to 3D purely, it made everything feel lesser.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, graphics wise, I do agree. I kind of want the what's it called, the like sprite base back. I mean, with Octopath being like a huge HD with the whole HD 2D style being in vogue now, I really hope they like at least outsource it to like, you know, one of those people or like to get that style.
That was my big complaint about that's my big complaint about Pokemon right now. Is just too focused on trying.
I feel like, you know, in my dreams.
Go.
I think Buster might be glitching out.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
I did not. Maybe I don't know. Say your words.
Because Pokemon right now seems to be in a place where it's not economically feasible to put a ton of budget into it for whatever backdoor business reasons, but they are trying to make the game appear to be a AAA game, and every way they're doing that makes it fall short.
I can kind of see where you're coming from. Yeah, I can kind of see where they won't like give enough budget or time, especially because, you know, Game Freak, they've mainly been working with handheld technology, and now they're suddenly like, oh, we're on consoles now,
and they're having a hard time adjusting, and people just will not let them hear the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, Legends looks great. They fixed the frame rate. Oh my god, like the frame rate's so much better than the trailer. Like,
I haven't actually watched any footage of Legends. Does it look good?
Oh, it looks good. Like, you know, very Monster Hunter Rise-esque, not Breath of the Wild. Everyone be like, it's Breath of the Wild. No, bro, this is Monster Hunter Rise.
It's almost as if they're made by the same company, you know, and you make comparisons with similar things.
I can kind of see that, but
if there's a big fucking Nintendo logo, you're gonna think of Nintendo products.
Yeah, even though, you know, Pokemon Company and Nintendo were pretty far apart, but that's a whole. Yeah.
Same reason why Breath of the Wild always got compared to Zelda 1 and never any other open world games, even though it shares a lot of commonality with those mechanics.
Yeah, gonna say.
I don't know. I don't really have anything to add to that.
Yeah, I mean, can we move on from Pokemon? Like, I think we're having a good discussion, but I'm like, I don't want this. Like, I'm just the Pokemon.
Yo, Digimon's fucking sick.
Yeah, Digimon, digital monster.
Did you hear about the Ghost Game anime? That might.
I know they're making a new anime that's unrelated to any of the others, and it's brand new kids, brand new Digimon. I think it's being tied into Survive, but I'm not sure.
It's called Ghost Game. Like, here, I'll pull up the poster.
No, I've seen the poster. I'm just saying, I think it might be tied into Survive, but I'm not sure.
I haven't heard anything about
if it's
that.
tied into Survive, then... Okay. Here's the thing. Digimon Survive is one of those games that's been in development hell.
Okay, here's the thing. A delay or two is not development hell. Because they've only announced that game after they released the last Cyberspace game.
Like...
Buddy, Duke Nukem Forever is development hell.
What?
Your
Okay, well that's
development
like
hell.
I mean like that's like the definition of like a long development hell, not like thing. And like it's still like we have no idea what's going on with Survive, and I'm just kind of worried. I'm just like, what's happening? This has been
It's
in
a
the
game.
works
It's
for like
being made.
I
Don't
think
worry
we're
about
approaching
it.
4 or 5 years now. I know. Fine. I just want at least like a scrap of info. Just give me like a Google Doc of just like I don't even need
Most of
something,
the,
just give me a Google Doc for most.
Most of the game franchises I really nerd out about are pretty much dead and stay dead. So
Dang.
I mean, doesn't your favorite game franchise currently have an MMO out
Half of
right
that's
now,
because of EA.
Cody? In West Virginia, I believe it was.
don't do that.
Are you talking about?
It has a number in it, 67 or something like that.
He's talking about Fallout 76.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Metal Gear.
I thought you were talking
No.
about Final
Oh,
Fantasy.
Metal Gear.
No. If anybody in this group chat is a fan of Final Fantasy, it's me, and even then I've only played a couple games. Unless you're a fan, Busto.
I am like a casual fan. I've beaten 15 and 7R. I'm still trying to work through some of the classic ones.
And I'm kind of at the point in my life where I've just accepted that I'll never be into Final Fantasy.
I
I mean,
mean
you'd probably like 6.
Yeah, but why bother?
you can always like, just just watch Let's Plays and fridges, or just like, just casually just look at fan art, That's what half of Twitter does.
Well, at least they didn't destroy my Transformers game made by High Moon that
Oh, okay.
Activision decided to roll into a movie game.
Didn't they kind of do that? Because now you can't even buy that.
Oh no, I mean like they were gonna make a third one, but then Activision made them take the movie video game assets and combine them with that one and scrap the project to change it. And now Dark Moon just exists as the sub company that or High Moon just exists as the sub company that does driving in any Activision video game.
Oof. That's
Yeah.
It's just like every
I mean, it's the
Activision
Call of Duty
studio working
lines.
on Call of Duty.
And people keep asking me to get into video games for some
Yeah,
reason.
video games.
Get
suck
into
now.
indie games. Indie
Yeah,
games are
that too.
fine.
It's
There's
really
other games that are great.
Yeah.
That's not easy to keep up with.
okay. Here's the thing about video games. Like, I'm gonna put it in comic book terms. Like, video games right now are kind of like we need to look towards the images and IDWs and booms instead of like the big publishers. You feel? Or those AAA stuff. Like, oh, did you guys hear about the 12 minutes game? Like, completely off topic, but did you guys hear about the 12 minutes game?
I've
Yeah,
seen
no,
that
but-
it's up on Xbox Game Pass, but that's about it. And I know what it's about.
What is it?
Yeah, it's on Xbox Game Pass.
Okay,
look.
like apparently I've read the spoilers. It's like some David Cage level shit.
I know that Alien's getting a seemingly good Left 4 Dead style co-op shooter in 2 days, and I have
Ooh,
it
2
pre-ordered.
days? That's soon. Oh, it'd be a while before we'd see that. I guess we're gonna see Max stream that a bit. Sorry,
I don't know, I mean,
confusing
my most
basketball or
played-
gamer talk.
All right, I'll just sit here and be confused. You guys talk about what you want to talk about. I'm the facilitator.
Like my most played
here.
game right now, my technical favorite game at the moment is a game called Warframe that just like
Oh,
has been going since ever. It's like
oh yeah,
10
I've
years
actually
now or
played a
something
bit
like
of it. It's a bit confusing for me, but I do appreciate it, like, because it's a very well done
Oh.
game.
Well, don't worry. The more you play it, the more confusing it fucking gets.
Oh.
So it's one of the biggest problems of the game is that if you watch any video that talks about it, they're like, yeah, this is the most fun game you'll ever play if someone can adopt you to teach you how to play it at first.
Yeah.
And it does have an absolutely beautiful intro now, but like it does nothing to introduce you to like the heart of the game, which is like modding your stuff. And holy shit, man, it's just like math, like advanced math. There's like thousands of mods and stuff like that. Even like there's like 30 levels in the game, and it takes you like fucking years to get to like level 20, and I'm finally level 20. They just recently raised it to 30. And I still haven't like fucking barely done everything in the game or anything like that. Like there's still so much bullshit just to do.
There we go.
Anyways, I'm trying to tell you why positive stuff about game. Yeah, I mean you ain't got to really keep up. Well, that doesn't really support that argument, huh? All right, just forget me.
Yo, Quake's on Game Pass now too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the new one?
Quake finally
No,
got a
no, no.
port.
Quake 1, 2, and Arena, the originals.
Dude, I'll play the old fucking Quakes. Hell yeah.
I need to get to like I really like Doom 64, so I should probably get to them.
I have all
also
the
regular
Dooms
Doom.
installed on my PS4.
Hades is on Game Pass right now. Dodgeball Academia.
Yeah, but Game Pass has a lot.
Is that
Even
a spin-off of Boku no Hero Academia?
No, it's just an RPG game where the combat's dodgeball.
Isn't there like a golf RPG, like golf?
Yep,
story?
Golf Story. Yep.
Yeah.
Katamari Damacy, Reroll, Lethal League Blaze.
Oh no way, dude! I've never had a proper way to play
on
that
Game
game.
Pass.
Fuck off.
Yes, dude. Go,
I'm
dude.
getting on that tonight.
Yeah. Also coming soon on Game Pass. Psychonauts 2 is coming out 8/24/21, and Myst, the classic point-and-click adventure game, 8/26/21.
I'm telling you, man, Game Pass is just.
I don't have an Xbox, so I can't really use Game Pass. So I'm just be like, I'm very excited to get an Xbox so I can use it.
You have a PC, you can get Game Pass.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I think I'm just gonna wait. I don't know. I don't really feel like doing another subscription at the moment. I think
I think you might be able to do the thing that I did for a little while, where you got to try it out for 3 months for $1 a month.
Yeah.
And then it's $15 after that. And talking about money, that's the perfect segue into I'm about to get a new job.
Hell yes.
Nice.
Hey, shit!
The boy told me this the other day when he came and gave me my toy.
Excuse me.
It finally happened, though. Give us the deets. Give us the deets,
All
Mr.
right.
Beats.
So,
Excuse me.
I mean, provided that they're like, yeah, because I got a pretty good in on this. It's a stay-at-home job. So I get a little background, by the way. My friend Taylor and my friend Dave are moving out of the house that I live in. So we were looking to get a new roommate. My friend Stella, who works a stay-at-home job, was interested after I informed her about such things. And so she makes more money than I do doing a stay-at-home job. And I was talking to her about that. And the description made it sound like it would be incredibly easy for me to do since it's kind of already what I do. So I went for it. I showed interest, and I'm like, yeah, here's all this stuff. I asked a couple of questions today about some insurance stuff. But aside from that, she's moving in. I'll be, not driving 2 hours a day anymore. I'll be working 8 to 4, provided that they don't just like say, hey, fuck you. It's a pretty kind of surefire thing though, so it's whatever.
Sounds very similar to how I got my new job.
But the coolest part about it is I'll be making more money, like a good bit of more money.
Damn, dude.
Saving more money, yeah. Like, and if I go on the right track and become a trainer at this company, I could be making $21 an hour plus commission.
Holy shit!
Yeah, versus the 10 that I make. So
that's pretty awesome.
That's nice.
Base.
And so long as my other roommate Elena doesn't, and I'm obviously going to present this the other way first, because the agreement is instead of getting 4 roommates again, it's actually just going to be me and Stella, and then Elena. I'm going on the lease, and provided that my landlord is fine with that, shouldn't be a problem. But we're just going to raise the rent a little bit on me and Stella, and Elena will be paying a little bit more too, but we'll be paying more than she will, strictly because we'll actually have more space to work with. But the room next to mine, something I've been talking about doing, or joking about rather, saying
you're getting a collection room?
Yeah, it's seeming like that's going to be something that happens, is I'm going to be able to have the room next to my room for more shit. And I was like, oh, I could just move. And I was like, no, I could just buy more.
I could just buy more.
I could put my Hot Wheels up, though. I was thinking about that. I could put all my Hot Wheels up and my Legos and shit like that in that room.
Yeah.
Nice. And you're gonna buy a second Galactus now to celebrate, right?
Well, the Marvel Legends are going in that room for sure.
I'm wondering if he's actually gonna hit the stretch goals, because he's close to the final goal now, but
I hope they bump him a little bit.
Give him some extra time.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I hope it doesn't hit the goal and then they have to push it back another month just because it's so close. So
I don't think they're going to do that, though, because they got like 5 other HasLabs waiting in the wings right now. They got the Rancor, they got the Starsaber, and whatever the fuck the G.I. Joe one's going to be.
Starsaber?
Yeah, they're doing, remember? They said they're doing a Victory themed HasLab, and everybody's assuming that's going to be Starsaber. Possibly also Dezoris.
I thought it was gonna be the train boy.
That could also be it. I hadn't thought of that. I hadn't seen that anywhere. Yeah, I saw that meme earlier today, Chris. You're not clever posting it in the chat. It just flips me off. Yeah, there's a lot of HasLabs coming. And luckily, the only other one I could possibly be interested besides Galactus is the G.I. Joe one. If it's a vehicle I already like. So I don't give a fuck about Victory, and I definitely don't need a Rancor.
Oof. Wish I knew what any of that meant, but okay.
Yeah, well, now you know how I felt 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, come on.
I don't know. I am hoping it's a vehicle. I'm excited about the. Sorry, I'm excited about
I'm still thinking
the G.I. Joe one. I'm excited about the new G.I. Joe leaks. I hope the Tiger Force and Python Patrol are real because I actually do like those aesthetics.
I'm not super into it, but like I hope those leaks in general are real because that's a really exciting lineup. There's a lot of fan favorite shit coming in.
Yeah, like Dusty.
Fucking Dusty, man. Put him next to your WWE Dusty Rhodes figure. Perfect display. Also, there's a dog here now. What do you want? What do you want? Want to see? The listeners can't see. But what the hell? Oh, he's heavy. He's a heavy boy.
Heavy dog.
Spider-Man.
He's the oldest baby in the world because he clings to me.
Big dog thing. Oh, did my internet went out? No, it didn't.
Look at them, Tucker. No. Let them see your pretty face. I can't hear them now because you stepped on my headphones. Look at the screen. I know you can't actually see the screen because you're blind, but look at it. Good dog. Okay?
Fact being a bitch. Because he can't hear me. Fuck him.
What?
What's up, Back? How you doing?
I'm great. How are you? Hey, he lied down in his little bed in the background. He doesn't always do that. That's nice.
Oh. I'm thinking like because of the Spider-Man thing leaked. I'm gonna think about Spider-Man, and I'm just like,
whoa, the thing's in No Way Home. That's amazing. I love Ben Grimm.
Oh yeah, Ben Grimm.
Oh, that would actually be real.
Oh, I just realized.
Any Fantastic Four thing in No Way Home, it would be like Johnny.
No, here's the thing. That's what everybody would expect you to have. So do the thing, and it's weird, and it's fun, and it's what the fuck, the thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Or
if you want to be my kind of nerd, the Trapster.
I think I've heard of that guy.
Whatever, Mr. Purple Glue Man.
Purple Glue.
Hot Pete.
Purple Glue.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
the Underminer.
Yeah, let's get Mo Man in this shit.
Just get that Disney cross promotion.
No,
but I wouldn't mind Mole Man being in a Fantastic Four movie.
He's the Mole Man.
I mean,
no, I thought you were talking about Underminer for a second.
Villains? Like, at least make a reference to him.
Yeah.
I mean, like the Skrulls were in the 3rd issue.
You're right.
Nah. We may get like an aside for Fantastic Four because the guy who's directing the Spider-Man movies is doing the Fantastic Four stuff.
Yeah, what's his name? The guy everyone hates.
John Watts?
John Watts, yeah, that man. I'm gonna find some funny pictures to curse this chat with.
Why?
It'll never be as cursed as anything I can come up with. Come on, man.
There, but like I can try, damn it.
Nah, but bro, think about it this way. We now have CM Punk back in the limelight. What if we get a fucking cameo of CM Punk working with the Thing on something?
I swear to God. Don't even fucking...
Manifest it. We need to manifest it in the world.
No. We just... The day before the movie comes out, we just all post prayer circle for CM Punk cameo in Fantastic Four movie.
That's gonna be our intro.
It's clobbering.
What's the... Explain to me the CM Punk thing, because I saw people posting.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Brief history of CM Punk. CM Punk is a professional wrestler who came up in the independent scene, primarily forged the independent scene by way of a company called Ring of Honor or ROH, made it like the destination for indie wrestlers in the mid-2000s, got scooped up by WWE, was... basically
also had the first Summer of Punk because of that, because he uses WWE signing to fuel one of the biggest storylines in Ring of Honor at the time, where he was a heel champion holding onto the belt, all while going, hey guys, I'm leaving you soon. I'm going to WWE. Fuck you.
Yeah. And then when he went to WWE, They basically pushed and pulled him around for a couple of years. He did do a few neat things, like this thing called the Straight Edge Society, which was basically him as a charismatic cult leader, until eventually he was made a part of a thing called the Nexus, which was a bunch of developmental superstars being brought up as a big bunch of evil assholes taking out everybody's hero, Jonathan Cena. But everybody actually hated John Cena at the time, so it was really weird. John Cena beat the Nexus real quick, and they all kind of just disbanded, but still kept Nexus branding for a long time. It was weird.
You got it backwards. Nexus was a thing first. John Cena beat them, and then CM Punk took over as leader.
Yeah, but then Punk took over, then Straight Edge Society happened, and then Punk became one of the number one contenders to the WWE Championship in 2011, which was currently held by John Cena. And he attacked John Cena on an episode of Raw and cut a promo that would go down to be known as the Pipe Bomb, and was the kickoff to the second Summer of Punk storyline, the most famous one that takes place within WWE. And this the Pipe Bomb is like a legendary bit of professional wrestling nowadays, because it was basically him saying everything that every wrestling fan had been thinking about WWE for years at this point. It was completely vitriolic and just tearing the company down from the perspective of somebody who had been put through the ringer of the company. Now, granted, everything he said was, of course, greenlit by the company because wrestling isn't real, but it
vindicated the audience because they saw someone seeing the same problems and voicing those concerns, which gave him the nickname the voice of the voiceless.
And the whole point of the promo was basically him saying, yo, my contract's almost up and I'm the number one contender to your champion. So I'm going to take his title at the next pay-per-view and I'm going to walk out of the company with the title. And after that, I'm done with wrestling because fuck you. And there was a huge amount of tension leading up to that pay-per-view of whether or not he would actually do it. Behind the scenes, he actually banged out his new contract and signed it just before the pay-per-view started, and then went on to actually win the championship and flee through the audience, making everybody believe he had actually left the company with the championship.
He also won the championship in his hometown of Chicago.
Yeah, which basically made him like a folk hero at that point.
And then WWE immediately squandered it because it came back a week later.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people say what they should have done is kept him off of TV for like a month and a half with like a tournament to crown a new champion, and then have him come back and have a contest to decide who's the one true champion. And I very much agree with that. But the storyline continued from there. There was a bunch of silly bullshit. Kevin Nash had a cell phone. It was a whole thing.
So basically, the storyline got progressively worse as it went on, and people got disappointed. The most disappointed person being CM Punk, all the while he was accruing multiple injuries, multiple infections that happened, and was mistreated by medical staff at WWE to the point where he made very vocal complaints about it and basically asked, hey, I want to take some time off. And in that time off, they fired him.
They fired him on his wedding day.
And not with a phone call, with a piece, like they mailed him, by the way, you're fired, a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
And then that happened, and basically CM Punk swore off professional wrestling, period. Like he hated it now. He hated the business that he was been in for years. He just was not in a healthy place. He talked about it on a podcast. He did a bunch of things. He's written some Marvel comics. He's written some movies.
He's been doing a bunch of other side stuff ever since he's been gone, which I think he left in like 2012, 2013.
It's been 7 years. It's been 7 years from right now.
Okay, yeah. So he left, and in that time, he tried MMA. He wasn't very good at it. He became a commentator for like a lesser-known MMA promotion. And then he wrote some comics. He's been healing up. He got sued by the doctor he lambasted for not correctly diagnosing him, and then he countersued them. And in that whole legal mumbo jumbo, it kind of cost him his best friend. It was a whole dramatic kind of sad thing.
Yep.
But then, since All Elite Wrestling, the newest wrestling promotion that Chris and I are both huge fans of, has started up, there has been consistent, regular rumors that CM Punk was going to sign with them. Never fully substantiated, but Tony Khan, the outright owner of the company, who is very hands-on and is like as close as humanity will ever get to a based billionaire, has actually said multiple times, like, yeah, one of the first people I tried to sign was CM Punk, but he wouldn't talk to us.
But through AEW's continued existence, AEW basically did what CM Punk wanted with professional wrestling. He saw that they were doing everything right. They were also going above and beyond as just regular people, because there was a professional wrestler in AEW known as Brody Lee, who had gotten incredibly, incredibly sick at one point in time, so much so that eventually he did succumb and pass away from it. But nobody in the locker room, nobody in any staff position at AEW mentioned it. No one knew it was happening, even though everybody in the company knew, because they all treated it with respect, treated it like it's a serious issue, and basically were like, this is his business. None of y'all need to worry about it, to the general public. So it wasn't until he actually died that we all found out that he's been sick for months. And that made CM Punk go like, oh, they actually treat each other with respect there.
Like, the thing about AEW is backstage, everybody's cool, based, and respectful, and just chill with each other. As Punk himself put it in a recent interview, nobody's standing on their dick trying to protect their spot, get it back there. Like, it's the kind of corporate environment, if Modular ever becomes an actual company, we want to create with Modular.
Yeah.
And so about, 3 months ago, Sean Ross Sapp, a well-known wrestling reporter, tweeted that rumor has it CM Punk is set for a professional wrestling return, most likely with AEW. And rumors ran rampant after that point, until it was all but confirmed by AEW announcing that for the second episode of their newest show, AEW Rampage, they were going to be broadcasting from the United Center in Chicago, which, if you don't know, is the biggest NBA stadium in the country.
It's where the Bulls play.
Yeah, it's the biggest stadium in Chicago as well. It's massive. It's fuck off big.
And they were doing this show for what is essentially their B show, all the while laying basically the most subtle hints that CM Punk was coming.
Yeah, a lot of people were throwing around the phrase "the best in the world," which was CM Punk's moniker while in WWE. Kenny Omega, the current AEW World Champion, was wearing shirts that said "Cookie Monster" and "Chick Magnet," two often joked things Punk would say when he was asked what the CM in CM Punk stands for. Like, they did everything to say CM Punk was coming without out and out saying CM Punk is coming. And so the second episode of Rampage opened with a brief introduction from the commentary table, and then the music went off. The stadium was silent for like a split second, and then the crowd just erupted into chants of CM Punk's name. And like 2 seconds later, his theme, Cult of Personality by Living Colour, hit, and he walked out to the biggest pop I have heard in professional wrestling, in current professional wrestling. Because I only got into professional wrestling in 2018, and I've not heard a crowd rock a building like that in new wrestling ever.
So it's basically like Stone Cold decided, yo, I'm going to be wrestling again. Or if like Garth Brooks said tomorrow, by the way, in a month we're releasing a new album.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculously huge. And hey, cheap plug, because we're basically doing an episode right now on MMWP. We'll go into more detail on the actual segment, but he then got in the ring and cut like one of the most pitch perfect wrestling promos I have heard in a long time. And he literally said he didn't prepare anything. And the man hasn't wrestled or been on a wrestling show in 7 years. Like he is the physical embodiment of the phrase, "You still got it" right now.
Why did we start talking about CM Punk other than the fact that
asked.
We asked for like a short story, and you gave us a bloody novel.
No, this is what I wanted. I wanted
Okay.
to. I mean, I knew of CM Punk before. I knew what
Well,
CM
he's
Punk
a
was
punk,
like and stuff
okay?
like that.
You know, I don't like him. He's a punk.
he's a
Okay,
straight edge
Vince.
punk.
Yeah, like that's a big part of his thing is being straight edge too.
Like the motherfucker has a fucking Pepsi tattoo.
Oh my god. Can he just at least get a Coca-Cola tattoo if he's gonna get
No, Pepsi.
Pepsi. He's Pepsi Man.
No.
He
He's
also has a
literally-
Cobra
I
tattoo
want
on the
Coke
other arm.
Man. I want Coke Man. I'm so tired of
Oh,
this.
and
Pepsi
whenever
Man.
the reason we compared him to the Thing, whenever he comes out to the ring for a match, he stops at the top of the stage, gets on his knees, and goes, "It's clobbering time!"
Because he is a massive Marvel nerd.
Mm-mm.
Aren't all wrestlers nerds? But at this rate,
But they're all different types of nerds.
Yeah.
okay,
But
fair.
it's funny how AEW is currently working with essentially WB, but all their wrestling comic nerds are fucking Marvel fans.
And Cody, and I guess also Buster, if you have any inclination, here is the pipe bomb. And then here's because the Money in the Bank match, I don't think has ever been uploaded to YouTube. But here's a follow-up segment that was in story Vince McMahon trying to get him to sign a new contract. And I love that segment. But then, if I can also
I wish I knew more about wrestling or cared more so I can like be in the know.
And keep in mind that was in 2011. And here is him coming out.
I mean, honestly, when you were like, I find it funny when you were guys saying that. Like, I saw another one of my friends tweet, "Oh, I love CM Punk. So glad he's back."
Yeah,
It's just
like I said, he's like a professional wrestling folk hero.
Because here's the thing, when he left wrestling, a lot of people just went, "I don't want to watch wrestling anymore."
so it's like nostalgia. So
And when
It's
he
not
cut,
nostalgia, it's more of like, it's like there's no great comparison because
it's like it's like DC killed off Batman and said we're never making a Batman comic again.
aww.
even then it's not the same thing because it's like CM Punk was the one thing that kept a lot of wrestling fans watching WWE for as long as they were.
Yeah, I mean, like
It
I
was the only
said,
reason to tune in.
when he
But
cut,
so the
when
second he left, no one had a reason to watch wrestling anymore, so they just left in general. But now that he's back, they're all going like, "Oh, he's back! I want to watch him again."
like it's bringing in a lot of lapsed fans who were basically holding on by a thread back then because, like I said, when he cut the pipe bomb promo, he was saying a bunch of stuff wrestling fans were thinking at the time, and there's a ton of wrestling fans who have said, like, I would have quit wrestling at the time were it not for the pipe bomb. Like, I was seriously considering, why am I wasting my time on all of this content every?
Yep.
Damn.
But now he's back.
Well,
and
I'm
people are
glad
going
for
to-
all the wrestling nerds and Shrebang fans, other meme man.
Thank you.
stuff.
I mean, it. Here's the thing: he's back. You're going to be hearing a lot more of him.
Yeah.
Like, that was
Oh,
part
did
of
you
his
see CM
promo.
Punk do a piss?
He said, "I'm back and I've got the time. I will be here every Wednesday for AEW Dynamite, every Friday for AEW Rampage, and 4 Saturdays or Sundays a year for the pay-per-views."
But
Like,
here's the thing: I'm not
motherfucker's
talking
committed.
about that. I'm talking about the fact that CM Punk, basically, the very first episode of Rampage had 700,000 viewers. The second episode had 1.6 million. CM Punk is going to transcend wrestling. He is going to be a pop culture staple. You're just going to hear about him on like
He is
pop
a
culture
draw.
news sites.
America.
Yeah, he's Captain America. He's Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's The Rock. Think how you know about The Rock, even though you've never watched him wrestle. He's The
Yeah.
Rock.
And the best part is, he's not just there to be that. He's there to get other people to be that. Like his He's already announced his first match back will be at All Out on September 5th against Darby Allin, who's already a huge star within AEW and is starting to break through into the mainstream a little bit.
He's appearing in Jackass 4.
But this is going to be a big deal for his, as far as like his street cred going forward, especially if Punk loses to him, which I don't think he will. Honestly, I think Punk's going to go over because it's his first match back.
And it's Chicago, and also Darby has enough stock right now that he can take that big a loss.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he's just going to transcend. He's going to appear in places, and you're going to be like, oh, that's okay. CM Punk. He's also
Pepsi Man
or Phil Brooks. He may go by his shoot name in those kind of environments. No, like it is legitimately awe-inspiring. Just the amount of fucking people going like, oh, fucking CM Punk, and the entire conversation of professional wrestling just turn on a dime.
Mm-hmm. And to put it in perspective, to compensate for this one return AEW did on Friday night, last night, which is Saturday for the listeners, for SummerSlam, WWE, because we've had confirmation from backstage, WWE literally pulled in a bunch of mainstream celebrities and 2 major returns just to compensate and try to quell the conversation.
Damn.
Yeah. No, they brought Brock Lesnar back. They had fucking Jake Paul.
Logan Paul. They had 2 Olympic gold medalists. They brought back Becky Lynch, who's been gone for 15 months.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
While SummerSlam was still going on, and after SummerSlam was still going on, the number 1 trending video on YouTube was still CM Punk.
Fucking I love wrestling.
Buster got dropped for a second. They'll be back.
Yeah.
But no, like it's fucking huge. It is wacky. Like if CM Punk coming back doesn't make Cole go like, oh, I guess I need to watch AEW now, nothing will.
Yeah.
You should like
Hell yeah.
even AEW's most ardent critic, the guy who hates it to fuck,
Jim Cornette
basically said, yeah, no, I wouldn't have done it that way, but they did it better than I could have ever done it. They nailed it. Like it is beautiful. Like there were grown men crying in the audience. There were grown men watching it crying.
I never got to like full on crying, but I did like tear up a couple times. So, like mainly when he actually jumped into the crowd.
Yeah, it's just it's heartwarming to see him. Is to see this passionate artist display their love of their art again. You know,
After years, literal years of like refuting that they loved it and like saying that they were done with it.
Yeah, it's hard to just give a comparison, you know. The closest I've been able to come up with is the Garth Brooks analogy of like Garth Brooks coming back on Twitter and going like, oh, by the way, in a year I'm gonna have a brand new album. Like Garth Brooks was the biggest name in country when he was making music, and then he just stopped making music.
Yeah.
I mean, to make the comparison JR made, it would be like Michael Jordan saying, I'm thinking about playing basketball again. Or no, it wouldn't even be like that. It would be like he just showed up as part of a Bulls team for a game.
Yeah. You know, it'd be like if in like 2005 Stanley just went like, all right, I'm writing Spider-Man full time again. What?
And I've also read every book since I left to get caught up.
What was with that Clone Saga? It is just goddamn. It just makes you happy watching it. So
you'll love to see it. You'll love to see it.
Let's move on to something else because it's basically turned in the first 5 minutes of MMWP.
First 5 minutes, first 2 hours of MMWP, more like it.
But like fried, but I'm happy for everyone.
Yay!
You know what? That's honestly the best. That's honestly the best. That's honestly the most I could ask from like friends. It's just like, yeah, you don't have to understand it completely, but like, don't shit on your friends when they're happy about a weird thing in the stories they like.
Speaking of weird things that like, I forgot to talk about this. So Akira Kazama finally got to Street Fighter V. I need to explain some things.
Go ahead, because I don't understand any of those words.
I'm just a co-pilot on hype this episode. That's what I am.
All right, so Street Fighter V. They had one more season of DLC before they move on to Street Fighter 6.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the characters is Akira Kazama from Rival Schools. I love Rival Schools, boys, and I've got to play her, and she's so fun in Street Fighter V, and she actually feels like a Rival Schools character.
Oh, but we need to explain the whole thing, because here's the thing.
Oh yeah, there's more to it.
Yeah, Capcom has a multiverse. Well, not a multiverse, a universe. So Street Fighter, Final Fight, and
Rival Schools.
A couple other games were all considered part of the same universe. They were part of the same world. And for a long while, there was this other game over here called Rival Schools, which was a 3D fighter. Think Tekken,
Tekken mixed with Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, but it's like a 3D world, but you face on a 2D plane and you can just kind of switch around. Think of that kind of gameplay style. So there was this game called Rival Schools where you basically played a bunch of fucking high schoolers fighting in battles. And Capcom basically the entire time was going like, they're not in the same world. And it's its own thing. Don't worry about it. And people were going like, no, it makes too much sense for them to be in the same world. Just tell us they're in the same world. And in fact, other side materials did that. Like, I'm pretty sure the Udon Street Fighter comics did that.
Yeah. And I'm just, like, so happy because, like, she plays so good, and she's, like I kind of, like, the only character in SF5 I can really vibe with is Ken, and even then, like, he's not the greatest looking character in that game. So, like, you know, it was so cool to, like, have another character I can vibe with, and it feels like I'm playing Rival Schools, just with, like, SF5 buttons.
Yeah. And they just basically went like, yeah, no, they're all in the universe now. They're all
because Rival Schools had a Street Fighter cameo, Sakura, because you know she was also a school student at the time. And the story mode, like her story mode, like even has like her like Sakura and like Akira reuniting. It was just so happy.
Like Rival Schools is also a weird fucking fighting game because like it in Japan they had an entire second disc that was just a visual novel of all the characters, and you could just play a visual novel alongside your fighting game.
Interesting.
Like the characters were just that popular. Yeah.
I'm not much for them fighting games, so you know.
Yeah, but you play a different kind of fighting game because you like you've always played Halo and stuff like that.
You
play competitive games is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just fighting games as a thing like the.
Yeah, I still actually need to pick up Guilty Gear Strive actually because like I really need to get into that. It's just so what's it called?
I mean, it's the must-play fighter right now. So.
Yeah, especially because I was rollback. But you know, I'm still happy with my Street Fighter V. Just you know, playing Akira, even though I've been losing most of the games. So yeah.
Yeah, but that's also because Street Fighter V has just been out for fucking ever.
Yeah.
So you're fighting a bunch of pros that are just like training.
Yeah, like people who've actually like mastered the game and stuff. I mean, even on my like, because I'm playing on my skill level, and it's even then it's just like whoa.
Yeah, nah.
But yeah, I'm happy. I might actually buy Luke for SF5 just to see how like you know his gameplay is, and like if it can have any hints to how SF6 is gonna play.
I mean, we're in a kind of like I wouldn't say fighting game renaissance, but we're in a resurgence with Guilty Gear stuff. Yeah. Street Fighter 6 has some bubbling hype so far.
Yeah, Capcom might keyword might actually because you know they had a change of management in between during SF5 DLC development with Ono leaving and like everyone else like coming in. So. Yeah, then we might get some like other fighting games besides Street Fighter in the meantime.
I mean, the biggest one people want is Darkstalkers.
Okay, I don't think we're getting a Darkstalkers. I think we're getting another fighter. Maybe I could be wrong. I just watched this as just like next week. Oh, Darkstalkers is back, and I was like, oh, good. But
I mean, name other than Street Fighter, what is Capcom's biggest fighting game brand?
Oh, that's a good point. But like,
because the only other one I'd say would be in that contention. It's Marvel versus Capcom, and they don't own half of that game, so like you can't really.
I mean, there's potential that they might have worked out a deal, but I don't. We're not going to see that for a long while, I bet.
Here's the other thing: Darkstalkers has also been a continuous part of the Capcom brand.
Yeah, because of like all the Morgan cameos,
Lilith cameos.
Yeah.
Fucking. Hold on. Is it?
I mean, they're a big part of their mobile card game.
Yeah. Hold on. I mean, look, Project Cross Zone. I got the art book right here.
Oh, yeah.
Dimitri, Morgan, and Hidson Cole.
Oh yeah, Hisenko. Yeah. I keep forgetting they brought Hisenko in both like Project Crosstone and Marvel. That's kind of crazy.
I mean,
and then Jedi was an Infinite.
Cute Chinese vampire girl. Why not?
Yeah.
That's another game I need to play. Sakura Wars.
Oh yeah. I heard the reboot game is pretty good.
I mean, I got the files for it on Saturn, so with an English translation.
Ooh.
Because it never got an official translation, so there's fans worked on it.
Hey Buster, your video's at 176 views.
Yeah. Dang.
Oh,
Actually, let me look at the YouTube Studio. It probably has more views if I look at YouTube Studio.
the power of the memes.
Yeah, memes.
Yeah,
I really like the comment my good bud Zeke left on it. It's like, let me look for the comment. Honestly, I hope the trailer for No Way Home is just a 5-second teaser that says, F you, it's Spider-Man, you're going to see this movie.
That could be a fan. Whoa, what is this?
Oh my god, stop posting waifu bait.
No, it's just a one-page manga.
Oh. Oh, that's okay. That's
Pretty
funny.
sick.
That's funny.
Sorry, I had to pee, but I didn't say anything because I was just here the whole time and I took you with me.
I mean, that's understandable.
Well, I mean, how many times have we gone through that, Cody? Yeah, I have went with you vocally when you went to poop.
I used to just be playing games with like my friends, and because my bathroom was like on the other side of my wall, I would just like be like, all right, hang on, guys, and they'd hear like my door open, and I'd just keep talking to them. They'd hear me like start pissing or something like that, and I'd just continue a conversation like the whole time. They'd hear me like wash my hands and like everything, and then like go back and just like never have stopped talking.
I think I finally discovered Cody Core, everyone. I think it's finally been found. Weird bathroom-related shit that's not socially normal.
No, me and Cody have had genuine, full, legit conversations while I was at his house, and he would go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I mean, there's this, and then there's the poop story.
Me and all my homies just talk to each other while we gomies, so...
No, legit. And there was a brief period of time. No, not a brief period of time. There's been it comes and goes where Cody would just like send me a picture of him sitting on the toilet of his pants.
Oh my god!
One time when I was at UNF and the hurricane was coming.
You guys are so.
We're just more comfortable with our bodies than you.
It's an idea of like the best way I can put it is it's like it's a very weird, very straight white boy version of emotional closeness, I think, that Cody has cultivated with me and all of his friends.
I've made a mistake. Because
here's the thing, Cody, all throughout high school and college, basically whenever we left, basically said, you have to say I love you. Like whenever we leave, you just I love you too.
Huh. Right.
Well, now it's a common thing and it's important.
Yeah,
it's still important.
It's still important, but like you don't have to remind us. It's just a thing we do now because like one time you explained to me why you wanted to do it, and I was like, bro, I totally get that. I agree, let's do it. You know?
I can't remember what I would have said.
The way you described it was you want to make sure the last thing you say to anybody is something important. But that always stuck with me with my friendship with you is like it is rude, it is crude, it is crass often our interactions with each other, but there's an emotional realness between our friendship.
Yeah, and like I don't know, me and my friends.
Dang, Vac, I know like this week is already crammed with new releases for Twit, but the Udana special got subbed.
I ain't watching that shit. I ain't seen any fucking Cure Major. What the fuck makes you think I'm gonna watch that shit?
You're a simp. That's what makes me think you're gonna watch that.
Yodana doesn't remotely fit into any of my kinks, dude. Like the best you could say is that she's Asian, and like that's not even a kink at that point. That's racism. And you can quote that on Twitter. Fuck you.
No, like we still fucking play the doorknob game.
Oh my god!
I don't really do that anymore. You're the only one that still does that.
It's habit now.
What is the doorknob game?
It's a dumbass, one of the dumbass high school things that should probably die, like the other thing that I decided to permanently attach to my body.
But I don't
that
explain
thing.
it. I don't know what the doorknob game is. Explain this.
You fart and you either say safety or doorknob. And
Oh
if you
my
don't, you hit your
God,
friend.
If someone
I
else says
want
doorknob,
to
you just get to
strangle
fucking hit your
half
friend
of
until they
you.
touch a doorknob. That's it.
That's so fucking juvenile. I love it.
Oh my
It
God.
is.
At least wash your hands. That's all I'm asking. Wash your damn hands if you're gonna play those games.
You say this
I
like
want-
we don't.
What? For farting?
I don't
What
know.
am I
Like,
catching farts?
I mean, you have, bro. You have.
I'm just, man, I'm going nuts. I hate it here.
Why?
You gotta
I mean,
remember, you're in a
Buster-
podcast with 3 straight white boys
Yeah.
who grew up in the South.
Oh God.
I
you're
mean,
right.
Buster,
Hey,
think of it this way. It could be worse. It could be 8 hours
Right.
from now and you're in school, because that's the thing. You and I have got to deal with back to school tomorrow.
Oh, you're right.
To clarify for the listeners, I am not going back to school. I work at a school now, and Buster is in a school. Not the same
Yeah.
school, but schools.
I mean, I
Plural.
probably would just if I find you at my school, I'll probably just kick you just for.
If you realize if I get kicked tomorrow now, I'm gonna like tackle you to the ground and be like, I found you, motherfucker.
And unfortunately, Vac has lost a school job.
Yeah,
Hate
well,
to see it.
You know, it happens.
You can't
I
be
gotta
tackling
go,
kids.
fellas.
Oh.
Speaking of back to school,
That was
I gotta
abrupt.
sleep. I gotta sleep. I mean, like tying it in. I gotta sleep. So I'm gonna go get ready and stuff.
It'll be
I'll
the
just-
last sleep of your college career.
Oh no.
Sleep tight, Buster King.
Yeah. Please check out my YouTube channel. Get me to 1,000 subs. I know we're at 661 right now, but like I want to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. So.
YouTube.com/BusterCore, everybody. At Buster Bluey Free on Twitter.
Yes. Now bye. And
See ya.
stand Akira Kazama in rival schools.
Cody, remember when we would stay till 3 a.m. at the fucking college?
Yeah.
Just working on shit?
I always appreciate environments like that.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I like the most about college. One of the things I miss the most. Just burning the midnight oil. I don't much enjoy it all the time at work. I do when it's like just me and my boss, Kim. Just because like she's the one I'm closest with at work. Everyone else is just like they're cool. We get along and everything like that, but like me and Kim just like do our jobs and pretty much at zero fault do we do our jobs.
I mean, that's the
So
way it
it's-
should be.
Yeah.
But it's never the way it is.
Ain't that the truth, brother? Though honestly, because like I'm opening up tonight. I haven't talked about the fact that I work at a school, just that I had a new job. So I'm pretty cool with all the
I thought
teachers
you
at my
had.
school so far. No, I probably said that off recording,
Yeah.
but like yeah, I'm pretty cool with most of the teachers at my school so far. Though that could very well change in the next week. I don't know how everything's going to go with the building being flooded with students again, because I've not experienced a day like that yet. Closest I came was Thursday and Friday, because that was move-in day. So there were the occasional student walking through the building trying to get the lay of the land and asking me, hey, do you know where this is? And I'm like, I'm only slightly less new than you.
But so you're working at a college then?
Yeah.
And you've never been to a public school?
You went to
Shit, you're right. Holy
Oh.
fuck, I never even thought about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never properly been to school.
weird.
Because my mom on again, off again homeschooled me until I was like in my early teens. Then I just had no schooling for a few years. Then I went for a GED program. And that was at a local technical college at the time, but it wasn't like I was going to school. It was like I could do some stuff online, and then I could go, and then I had to go to the school to do other stuff like testing.
Okay. Well, so what is the thing you do? What will be your interaction level with people?
I'm a custodian, so I'm basically supposed to not go in a room if people are already in there.
Right. Is it a state or like
It's
community?
it's a state job because the reason I decided to go for it is I could sign up for and already have signed up for their retirement program, which is basically after I've worked 20 years there, I can retire and have a government pension, which will, if it adjusts properly for inflation, which according to everybody who already works there, it always has. if it adjusts properly for inflation, I should be able to retire comfortably before I'm 50.
Huh. Something else that I'm sure they probably have a program for is some sort of free classes for employees.
Yeah, you get one free course per semester. And like I thought about doing that, but there's literally like almost nothing as far as like creative courses. So just nothing that interested
There's
me.
nothing like art history or anything like that.
No, the closest they come is there's like a really
Color
small
theory.
there's a really small graphic design course which I thought about
That
applying
could be
to,
something.
but the school is so focused on other things that I'm pretty sure it's just like, here's how you use Photoshop.
Hey, never shake something like that though. You know, shit like that could like.
I mean, you get it for free. You're not losing anything.
That's fair. I might go out for it next semester. We'll see.
You could also just like when you're not working, I'm sure, because anybody is, as far as my understanding goes, auditing. You can just be like, yeah, I'm auditing.
I don't know what you mean by that.
You're setting in for a class and just watching.
Yeah, you're not taking the class, but you're allowed to just like sit in it, listen.
Yeah, in school environments, you're allowed to like walk up to teachers and be like, "Hey, fuck you." No, not like that, but like, "Hey, what's up?"
I mean, you went, "Hey, fuck you" to some of your teachers.
Yeah, but I got that level of bondage with my teachers. So.
Yeah, bondage with a skew.
Definitely that.
Yeah, I mean, I was the only technical theater student who could who called our teacher by his first name. I mean, everyone else is Mr. Teacher. For me, I was like, "Hey, yo, what's up? How you doing?" And he told me like, "You probably shouldn't be doing that once," and then it was like, "Never again." He was like, "Whatever."
All right. I mean, like I said,
he doesn't like being called Mr. Askew, so I don't get that.
Yeah, fuck you, Beck. You don't get to say anything.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
All right. Have fun, boys. It's your podcast now.
Oh, I don't know what I want to talk about now.
Dicks.
Sports.
What figures did you get recently, Snowcone?
I got that Iceman and that weird stealth Invincible Iron Man. And I got those movie Transformers at Ollie's, and I don't like any of them. I haven't opened the big one yet, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to sell it. The Parter Devastator. I was going to watch a review and see if it's decent or not, but
DJ Omega like praised the shit out of that toy on WTF at TFW. He was like, "This is so much better than the original. It can actually stand."
I got the Hot Rod. The Hot Rod kind of sucks. I got the. I do like the other one, but like I also like my fear of the Studio Series figures was confirmed when I like, because like they're remolds, right? Or are they new figures of like original like back in the day figures?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Are they re-releases with slight updates of the original like?
Yeah, but
releases?
which figures are we talking about
Any
again
of
here?
them. Any of the Studio Series figures, just about.
I think Cogman is, but I don't think any of the other ones. Oh no, because KSI Boss is a straight repaint. He's just a straight re-release, really, of Nitro Zeus.
But I mean, like, I'm talking like some of the other characters they got, like from the 2007 one. I don't know, but I also know that they don't have like the same quality or feel as like the neighboring line.
That'd be a dick again.
And it seems like that's true. Like they don't have like ankle. Some of the newer ones I have seen have a little bit better articulation, but they still really don't. None of them have like wrists or like ankle articulation or anything like that. Really, no posing. You know, that's not a posing game for those.
Oh, I don't really have much experience with Studio Series outside of the '86 stuff.
The '86 stuff is like completely different.
Yeah, because it's just generations with a cleaner paint job.
Is there anything else new I've gotten? Really, I've been like putting money aside for Galactus.
Only a few days left. Galactimus will be upon us.
Well, Galactus and like I purchased I had to purchase like a couple games.
It's funny because I'm getting my first full paycheck from this new job on the 31st, and that will be for the whole month. But it's a long month, so it'll be a slightly bigger paycheck than normal, except it won't, because Galactus is going to take almost an entire week's pay.
I'll be moving to getting paid bi-weekly, so I don't know how that's gonna go, but it should be fine. I really like getting paid weekly.
Yeah, I liked it too, but honestly, you just gotta adjust your spending habits a little bit.
I don't know. I got those ArchCore figures coming out, and they've announced a few more of those. They're smaller than I thought they were by a lot, which makes sense. I thought they were 3 3/4 inch, and they say they are, but like they aren't really. But they're made. They really are fully designed to stain on little like tabletop gaming discs to look like posable like tabletop gaming pieces. They're just slightly bigger, but they are fully posable. But the vehicles that the little guys can go in are still bigger than Transformers by a little bit. And the special version of the like wolf car that they had shown off, where it's like a Mad Max hot rod that turns into like a wolf deal. He turns into like a fist for the bigger truck robot that I'm getting next month or something. I'm expecting these to not release like that because they haven't yet. I also haven't got the Snake Eyes at all from Big Bad.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Have you guys seen any? Cody, have you seen any of the Sage stuff? Do you know what Sage is?
To like cleanse a room.
No. SAGE, Sonic Amateur Game Expo. Basically, it's a bunch of people in the Sonic fan game community who just every year release like some projects and stuff. And at first it was just like, oh, here's some mods for ROMs, here's some fan games. And now there's a whole section for just amateur original made games. And like some of them look really kind of cute and cool. Like, hold on. Like, look at this fucking aesthetic ass little 3D platformer.
Let me turn. Okay, yeah, it's pretty nice looking.
Yeah, but like, it's just interesting to see people release stuff.
I remembered something, so I haven't talked to y'all in a while.
Ooh,
Yeah,
do
you've
y'all
been up
know
for like 3 weeks.
Do you know of the Hot Wheel game that's coming out? I know I've probably mentioned it once or twice.
I think Boingo told me about it around E3 time.
Well, they've continuously like posted stuff about it, but and like they're doing movie cars too, and that was one of the things I was like, man, I hope they do movie cars as DLC, and they're like, nah, movie cars on day one, fuck you, like a fuck ton of cars from all over the time frame or whatever. But something that I and many other people said was like, damn, I know it's very niche, so we'll never get it, but it'd be cool to get some like Highway 35 and Acceleracers cars.
Man,
And
if we get Highway 35 shit, I might have to buy that game because Highway 35 was literally the only time I was really into Hot Wheels as a kid. I watched that animated movie a fuck ton.
So in the full version of the movie cars trailer, the first thing that drops down as like a big deal is the primary Acceleracers robot drone car.
Oh,
also known
shit.
as like my favorite childhood Hot Wheel.
Yeah, those drone cars were so cool. I never had any, but I wanted them.
I have all of them still. They're worth a lot of money.
I bet they are. Fuck.
And that shit's just in the game. Green tires, like green see-through rubber tires and all. And bro, I'm so fucking excited because that game looks so fun. It comes out next month. I've been looking forward to that, and I've been looking forward to the Alien game, and the Alien game comes out in 2 days. Or day. But I haven't seen much on it, so I don't know.
Hopefully it'll be a sleeper hit.
It seems like it's a lot more than that. It seems like they really gave a fuck.
I mean, Hot Wheels always had the potential to be a fun cartoon racer.
And do you think we're ever going to get a Acceleracers like reboot show? Do you think we're going to get another one of those?
No, but they might re-release the cars since it's like it'd be a throwback to like 20 years ago or something. It was a long time. It wasn't 20 years, but it was a long time. It was probably like 15 years ago. I love those things. I always wanted the big drone car that like
the flying one.
I had like all of them. I had all of the green drone guys and the drone like car. You know how they had car toys? Like you put a car in a car and it's a bigger car.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that shit. It's the first time I've thought about it in a long time, though.
That one might be laying around somewhere with my TMNT stuff, but I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm pretty excited about the Hot Wheels game. They also have lovingly added physics to all the cars, so like heavier ones are heavier, but like when they collide, they make the dink sound, like
Oh.
they dink and shit like that
The
because they're
toys?
like diecast cars. Yeah.
That's great.
And they're like meant to be like one-to-one representations of the toys. So like it'll have like non-open exhaust, but it's still shooting flames. So it's like the best of both worlds. It's like you're playing with the actual thing, and they have all the different materials. There's going to be they haven't gone into too many details about like the customization system, but they said there is going to be a livery system, and there's custom track editors and stuff. So hopefully it's going to be a lot of replayability. That's if the game handles well, and from what I've seen, a lot of people have said that it has. So, oh, I also got the modular Iron Man and Moss Man.
Oh, how is that boy? I've heard such good things about that boy.
It's a very good Iron Man suit. I hope this means that we're going to get my favorite Hulkbuster suit next.
Oh, please. If they
I'll
do
do
that as
whatever
the next, if that's the next deluxe, dude, I swear to fucking God. Like that's the last non-first appearance figure that Toy Biz did that Hasbro hasn't done. Because I have like a few Toy Biz Marvel Legends on my wants list simply because Hasbro hasn't done versions of them yet. Let me open that real quick. Let me go over the list again.
I know. How you feeling about these crazy ass Transformers rumors?
I'm taking it all with a grain of salt, but there's some exciting stuff in there.
Fucking bulkhead, dude.
Yeah.
There's just,
Another
like, some
Armada
insane shit.
Starscream, though, that's a bit cheap, honestly. Unless it's like a void.
No, it's going to be something bigger. Oh, speaking of which, what's up with that? The leader class, 86 Starscream. Is he bigger? Is that a different mold?
No, that's literally the Voyager, but with a crown, a cape, and a chair.
He has articulated hands.
Yeah, they changed that. That's it.
Still doesn't have wrists though, the bastards. But whatever.
Yeah, or a
they gave me
fucking
something.
waist
They
swivel.
tried. Well, that's hard. I don't care about that on that character. That's fucking hard.
Yeah, I kind of do. But I have the list up now. So the Marvel Legends that Toy Biz did that are things Hasbro has not gotten to yet. Toad, original Hulkbuster Iron Man, classic Doctor Strange, first appearance Spider-Man, first appearance Iron Man like the Mark 1, and Mojo. So that's all the shit. That's the main shit on my Hasbro wish list. Like just make Toy Biz completely obsolete, as well as like a bunch of newer things. Like give me Kid Cable and Modern Cuckoos, damn it.
It'd be nice.
Oh, he had a modern Nightcrawler toy.
Yeah, there's
It was
what
hard to
wave is he
find.
from? Hang on. There's one at Toy Federation, and I always bitch out on buying it. Yeah, he was in the Wendigo wave, which was 2019.
Okay, so not that old.
Yeah, I heard he was pretty good. The biggest complaint I saw with him was just people saying the face sculpts didn't look Alan Davis-y enough. And now I am sending you a picture in the chat. Ooh, that's actually really blurry.
It's good enough.
Yeah. There were also people who were upset that the tail wasn't a bendy wire, but it's like Hasbro doesn't really do bendy wires these days, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand what bendy wires turn to, though.
Yeah, it's not viable technology. It's not future-proof.
I mean, if it's one time, set it and forget it kind of thing, then it's fine enough, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
For like
it can still
high-end.
dry out.
But then the next time you move it, it's gonna like crack all apart.
I was thinking the bendy wires and like capes from like Hot Toys.
Oh no, that's fine.
No,
but a
that
bendy
stays
wire
forever.
in a plastic or rubber thing is asking for that shit to eventually degrade.
Yeah.
In a cloth thing, it's perfectly fine.
I'm a little. You know what? It's a little sad about that Nightcrawler. He doesn't have like the Prince hair. You know, like the Disney Prince hair.
He kind of has it.
Oh,
A little bit with the more happy sculpt, the calm sculpt.
he is. It's the short hair.
This is still a good figure, though.
It's not a bad. It's like maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, no, Nightcrawler. That's right. I was thinking of X-Men Evolution, which is like one of my favorite versions of Nightcrawler because he has like
He's got
chain.
the big droopy down fronts.
Yeah, the big fucking Disney Prince hair.
Mm.
Yeah, like see, like I like that look on Nightcrawler. I think it looks cool.
Yeah, it's fine. Still to this day, though, my biggest exposure to Nightcrawler, because I haven't gotten the Way of X yet, is the fucking X2 version. In the Munich circus, they called me the Amazing Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler's just a dope character.
I did like him in Apocalypse, though he felt like he felt like an extra at times. Those poor kids. They brought in so many new characters for X-Men Apocalypse, and most of those kids never even got close to their full contracts because the mouse came a knocking.
Yeah, like this is Nightcrawler right now on Way of X.
It just looks like
It's a cover, so
Yeah, he looks pretty upset.
well, he is
no.
fighting.
I mean, it just looks like the classic, right?
Yeah,
Or is
it's pretty classic. I'm sending the full cover.
Fucking this rando on Twitter, the isekai genre slowly mutating from imagine if you had superpowers and 8 wives to imagine if you had a job and a place to live that you own. Probably means something, but I'm not sure what.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll have like a Lego workstation in the new room.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll just knock the wall down, and then the landlord will sue me. I'm still gonna leave it open for like other people to put stuff in there because it's a bit unfair. But like, station in the new room.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll just knock the wall down, and then the landlord will sue me. I'm still gonna leave it open for like other people to put stuff in there because it's a bit unfair. But like, damn, dude, I'm excited. I'm gonna keep this room exactly as dense as it is, though. That room's probably gonna get my Marvel Legends.
Mm.
I don't know. Depending on how the money goes with this new job, I might trade my car in for a Tesla.
Whoa. You gonna submit to the Musk?
You're gonna get all up in that Musk.
Somebody took me for a ride in one, and it's just.
I mean, they look
insane.
nice, but I just fucking could never. Not after everything I know.
Yeah, I mean, I hate Elon Musk, but like the fucking instant power transfer, because it's electric, because of how the motors are, how they work in electric cars, is unlike anything I've ever felt in a fucking vehicle, and that's ridiculous. I was literally, it fucking startled me. Like the dude stepped on it in like instant.
Damn.
Like, oh man, I've had I've been on a professional stunt driver driving me in a F-Type Jaguar, like sliding around corners and shit like that, and it does not compare to that.
Damn.
It's and the more I've been thinking about it, the more I'm like, man, I do love, like, I've always loved the idea of the future of like automation, whatever.
Automomopatin.
And
like
devil's robots.
You could put custom sounds on the car, like custom horns and
Yeah, I heard about that.
like exhaust sounds.
Has somebody gotten broad in traffic yet?
I don't know. The dude who gave me a demo, he had the baby "Let's Go" as a horn. So it's funny. He had like this crazy ass like jalopy cartoon sound effect for driving, where it was just like a bunch of like Hanna-Barbera fucking sound effects, like doinks and shit like that. It was funny.
That kind of stuff.
Like when people run in place and then they skedaddle.
Kind of like whenever you like, it was like a jalopy sound effect.
Oh
yeah. Like I can picture it in my head. I can hear it.
Honestly, what I'd probably do is like the Jetsons car sound effect.
That'd be cool.
Or or like a TIE fighter. I know the horn would be
TIE fighter
R2D2
just
screaming.
scream.
Yeah, just
screaming
like, just like the most obnoxious thing I could think of. Like
what about
driving down the road?
What about the sound the Bat Pod makes in Dark Knight?
I can't even remember what that is.
It's just a rising electrical engine. Just
it's
that's what they sound like.
There's a word for it.
Whirl.
Because I remember,
Like
I remember
there's a
Zimmer
legitimate
on the bonus feature. Go ahead.
There's a legitimate like musical term for it. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, the scale.
It's not a scale. It's. I'm trying to remember exactly what it's called.
Where it constantly sounds like there's a rise.
Yeah.
It's the illusion of it getting louder, but it never does.
I remember Zimmer talking about coming up with that on the bonus features.
R2D2 screaming would be good though.
Yeah, that's your horn.
Yeah, I know. If they give me an update to where like I can put like R2D2 beeps in there, like we did it, R2. What? That's R2. What's funny is I was talking to my dad about the custom sound effects, and like at the same time of like, yeah, I'd do the Jetsons. He's like, yeah, I'd do the Jetsons. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would we have that in common? That's weird. Whatever.
I mean, the Jetsons is a boomer ass fucking reference, bud.
Yeah, Jetsons.
I know.
Jetsons is old man shit, but it continued via reruns.
Ooh, another good one would be the ongoing theme from Speed Racer, like the.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, they do kind of look like fat Mach 5s. That'd be pretty easy to do. Just paint a white one like a Mach 5.
Yeah, I could see some nerds doing that. What are you clicking on? Boingo.
I am trying to remember the thing, so I am in my Vital Synth, and I'm going through the presets.
Okay, because all the audio is for a second there is just you go on click, 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 click. Nah, he's just doing it to annoy me.
Actually, hold on.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, are you hearing this?
I'm not hearing anything.
There it is, Shepherd tone.
All right, congratulations.
Oh, good.
There we go. Now I remember what it is. It's called a Shepherd tone. That's what we were trying to remember, buds.
Well, is it about?
Is it about your dick?
Boot.
Oh.
Is it about your mom?
Ooh, holy shit. Somebody on.
I got physical therapy at like 10 a.m. So.
What the fuck are you going to physical therapy for?
My back.
Yeah.
How'd you fuck up your back so bad?
I have spinal arthritis and agitated discs.
Oh, nobody ever told me this.
I found out like a month ago.
Ah.
I kind of knew about the I expected that one, honestly.
Wait, did you bring this up on the podcast? Am I being a bad, forgetful friend?
I probably did. No, I think I did. Yeah, I think I did.
Well, my apologies. Also,
I mean,
check
it's not like cancer or something, so it's like, whatever.
Somebody on His Tank made a fucking custom His Tank to go with their classified series figures.
Let me click on that. Let me look at that.
It's in the chat. I have another image too.
It looked real.
Yeah, it's because it is real. They 3D printed it.
Yeah, but like I can't tell how. Like they must have like really done some sanding on that bitch.
Yeah.
Unless it was 3D resin. And
it doesn't look like
shit. It could be resin. Well, the 3D resin printer can like come out looking like a finished product with very little
And if you use the right filament for the other kind of 3D printer, it can look pretty good.
Oh, dude, it's all about that resin, man. Fuck.
All about the. Hold on, it's not working right.
Oh, you funny boy.
I'm trying to. There, I'll just do that. 'Cause I can just do this. I can go the distance. I can find my way, though I know it's far.
Oh shit, that's awesome. Prop 22 got ruled unconstitutional.
There we go.
What was that?
It was a gig worker exception for Uber and Lyft. Basically, the Supreme Court said, nah, you got to pay them fuckers properly.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the thing they were trying to do with the fucking healthcare and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them then. That's something else I might do. Is start door dashing and shit in town, because then I can make even more money. Especially if I'm going to be making more money than what I already do working half the hours. The fact that I could even get close with half is like fucking worth it, honestly. Like, fuck it. I don't have to be like shitty or anything. Or
I mean, at that
sell
point, you can
drugs.
actually start buying multiple HasLabs to flip them.
The fuck did you just say to me?
I could have swore he said you can just kill children.
Chris, did you hear Matt Cardona did that with the fucking Mattel arena?
Oh, the fucking scumbag.
He bought 10.
Oh my god.
5 for himself, 1 he's planning to flip immediately, and 4 he's planning to flip over the next 4 years. That man has so many problems. I don't know how he manages to do it.
So that's like somebody that has like a bunch of money. Like,
Yeah.
why?
Dude's a professional wrestler that has been collecting forever. Like he's known as the professional wrestler who's a toy collector.
That's what I'm gonna do with those Transformers, though. Like, I mean, but I didn't buy them to flip them. I bought them because I was like, oh, I'll check them out for that and see if they're cool. I got like the Bike Sisters, and they're kind of neat. The combined form just shouldn't exist, honestly, and I bought them because of that. The other one I have is like the Dale Earnhardt amp car, and I like that one probably because it's like nostalgic. It's fun. It was like my favorite NASCAR. Whenever
Is that-
Junior
I thought-
was racing a lot.
Okay, because you said Dale Earnhardt. I was like, he never fucking drove an amp car. He was always good runs, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, no, but yeah. Dale Earnhardt also used to drive for Wrangler in the yellow and
Yeah.
blue. But we're not talking about racing history tonight, or ever probably.
Oh, it's been 20 years since Evolution.
WWE Evolution? The all women's pay-per-view? I don't think it's been that long.
No, Evolution.
The movie, the
Oh.
cartoon.
Oh, the Alien Ghostbusters thing that
Yeah.
only you fucking super nerds like.
I resemble that remark.
You resemble it? You look like that remark I made?
You need to pick up on how on the subtlety of language, my friend.
Sure.
You need to joke better, back, bitch.
I am the better joke. I am the Chad joke, okay? I am joke
I agree with you
supreme.
being a joke.
I'm glad you understand the joke.
No, Evolution's good, man. I remember fucking seeing it in like a pawn shop on VHS. That's where I got it from. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And I was like, all right, it's a fucking buck. I'll buy it. And I watched it and I was like, this shit's awesome. It's dope.
All right.
They use Head and Shoulders to fucking fight the aliens.
I use that to fight the aliens on my scalp. Doesn't mean I get a movie.
No, because like they
And
figure
imagine
out like
having hair.
because they figure out it's like,
I
oh,
won't be able to for much longer.
But-
Man, imagine if in like 3 years, Boingo is the only member of this podcast with hair.
No.
no,
Fuck you.
I will say I am getting very tired.
Yeah, it's
we've been recording for about 2 hours now.
oh shit, have we? Okay. It's been a long road, but we've covered a lot of topics. It's been a big, full, jam-packed episode. I think this has been our best one in a bit and change, fellas.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about so much stuff. I don't even know what I'm gonna title this one to hook people in. CM Punk and Pokemon, maybe.
CM Pokemon.
And with that, fellas,
And you dress up a Pikachu like CM Punk.
or I could just put a Pikachu in the ring with him.
But that doesn't take effort and look cool.
Have you seen
neither do you.
the thumbnail design for this show? All right, fucking fellas, tell the good people who are listening who you are and where they can find your stuff.
Cody, you may go
Um,
first.
I don't exist. I'm not real. Don't find me.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Chris, a Boingo writer, Gaston. I make a variety of content. You can find my video essays and editorials on Boingo Writer on YouTube. Just search YouTube. You know how it works. You know how that stuff works. I am on Twitter at Boingo_writer. I am on Instagram at Boingo_writer. And let me why not just rip the fucking Band-Aid off and tell you what my Twitch is.
Oh shit, dog! Is it gonna happen this week?
It's-
Will it have happened by the time they're listening to this?
There's going to be a soft launch. It's not fully like formed, but there's a soft launch. I already had a soft launch.
Now remember,
But it
this
was
is
like-
going up on Friday, so will you be streaming tonight or tomorrow night for them?
Again, soft launch. I don't know specifically. I'm gonna stream I'm gonna stream on some days to kind of figure out when's good days and everything and all that kind of stuff. But you can find me on Twitch at Boingo Writer. Well, you can find a version of me on Twitch. Remember how I said Boingo Writer? There's a reason for that.
And you'll all be very interested to find out what that is, just like you'll be marginally interested to check out my content. I'm the Vacuuminator. I make videos here on YouTube. I do this shit. I make photography with action figures. I live a very interesting life that a lot of other people live, so it's actually not that interesting. But if you want to see my content, you can find it by going to youtube.com/thevacuuminator. It is spelled TheVacuuminator. And you can find me on Twitter at the Vacuuminator and on Instagram at _Vacuuminator. And that is going to do it for this week's edition of Modular Components, fellas. Thank you for chilling out with us and decompressing at the end of the week. We hope you had a good week, and we hope you have an even better weekend so that you can come back here and see us again next week.
Beckles.
Jekyll Beckles.